have our 2014 Yamaha 700 Grizzly FI power steering. Just got newly installed T4S Tracks from the dealer. Why did I choose to get it installed from the dealer? Because it's a 2-year warranty. If I was to install it myself, I might save a few $100. It's anywhere between $350 and $450 or so to get them installed. They'll install it, set it up for you. Now it's my job to go through the machine to make sure it's done right. We're going to go through, before we do our first initial ride, how to grease it, how to set it up. Make sure everything is done. Basically, you're QCing their QC job at the shop. So what we've done is we put tags on everything. One in here, 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 here. On all the bearings. What we're going to grease both sides. And we'll show you what to do. Alright, so we're at our first initial setup stage. The tracks have never been ridden. They got installed by the dealer. What we're going to do is do a quick QC to make sure they've installed the tracks in the proper locations, which I know they have. So what we're going to do, scroll down to here, to this serial number. You focus in there. Yeah. Kinda, sorta. Anyways, you have to trust me on that. Picture's really bad. There you go. It shows a 3, kinda, sorta. Go to the back. Shows the tracks are on the back left, which is good. Scroll to the front one. Serial number here. It actually shows the 1. So mine start at 0, 1, 2, 3. And then it's installed on the front left, which is great. Okay. Another important thing before we start maintaining and showing you this here is an adjusting nut right here. We don't want to touch that at all. This is for an alignment only. We don't adjust this for adjusting the tracks at all. So we're going to leave that green tape there. All of them have one on every track. Okay. Hey there, it's Garrett from Outbacktrax. We're in Edmonton, Alberta. We had to redo this video because when I tried to put the other videos together, this one kind of got messed up. So anyways, what we have is we have our 2014 700 Grizzly, brand new T4S Tracks, and haven't been ridden yet. We're going to just go through maintenance and greasing on this stage, and we'll go from there. So we're going to first do, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total of 12 wheel bearing hubs on here, plus we've got a main hub here. We've got a total of 16 points to lubricate and grease on this side and this side. Okay, so a total of 64 spots on the entire quad. If you guys notice something different, if I'm missing somewhere, let me know, please. Okay. So what we're going to first do, I'm going to pop off this wheel bearing cap. Nice flat blade. Let's use the other one. Yeah, they're just rubber. What we're going to do, we want to grease inside here. It's already been done. Nice coat of grease inside here. After we've got that, I like to use a toothbrush. Coat in there really good. Get around there. Awesome. Okay. Now I've added oil. Manufacturer spec says add some oil to the cap. Gets up any large debris so it doesn't go within the bearings. Perfect. And around. Put that cap back on. Perfect. On. In here, inside the bearings, here's the main wheel bearing cap. We take this off, grease it up the same way. Now, they say what you want to do is check it every year for tension and torque, I should say. The specs say you want to torque it up to 92 pounds. When you check it every year, check it at 80 pounds. You don't want to go over 80 because if you break that red Loctite, then what you have to do is take that bolt out, clean it all up, spray some brake cleaner in there, clean that up with a brush and everything, put some more Loctite back on there, put her back in there, tighten up back to 92 pounds, and leave it for about 8 to 10 hours. Don't even touch it. So this one's good already. Everything's all been greased. What we're going to do is we're going to grease the back here too. Don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little red flag here. I'm going to grab some here and give this a coat of grease. It's already been greased. Nice. Lots back there. Cool. And you know what? That's pretty much about it. We're just going to go around to the other side. We're going to show you what we need to do for greasing the springs and also the knuckle or the wheel bearing. And we'll go from there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to grease these bearings up here. We're also going to grease the spring as well. First what we're going to use is, I like to use a toothbrush. Easier to get in there, not worried about it. Okay, easier to get around. Get in there. Lots of grease is good. These guys are exposed, so alright, that's looking good there. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Now what we want to do is we want to go through we want to grease part of the spring up here. We're doing this because manufacturer spec says. We're going to follow everything here. Okay, let's see if we can get in there. Haven't done this one yet, so we'll see what we got. Okay, that looks good. Toothbrush is actually working really good. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Gum that up really good. Perfect. So I'm going to show you what it looks like here after it's all done. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright. Perfect. Anything else here needs to be done? I would say that's about it. That's our greasing for T4S Tracks. Okay, now we went through all the greasing, how to grease everything, where everything should be done. We know the factory already added some grease. We added oil to all the caps on all the sides. We greased the spring, plus also part of the shaft on the back with the bearing connected. So we've got that completed. It's a good thing we do our checks because there's a lot of times the shop may miss it, so it's our job to make sure before we go out in the field, before we take this out for its first drive, that we know what's going on with it. Now what we're going to do is check track tension. So what I have here, I have a gauge I bought for about 80 bucks. It registers up to 35 pounds and inches and also does deflection, which is great. Use them for these types of tracks or snowmobiles. What we're going to do, we got a level, 4-foot level. You can use a stick or whatever. Measure it straight across from the top of this wheel to the bottom of this wheel. You're going to bring, hopefully you guys can see this, your rubber gauge. This guy up to here. And this part here, you're going to measure at the bottom. This is all new to me too, so we're working it. Measure it back to here. You want to see your deflection. Go down, I'm going to push. And we're at 30 pounds, which is 3/4 of an inch. Manufacturer spec, say for winter. Let's see, it's 15 kilograms, which is 3/4 of an inch deflection at 33 pounds, which is perfect. You know, kind of in between summer and winter right now. We already checked the back track deflection is the same thing. Okay, now we've got our 2014 Yamaha FI 700 Grizzly with our newly installed Camoplast 2016 model tracks. We went through greasing, we went through track tension, I went through all the nuts and bolts, made sure everything was tightened and torqued properly as per the manufacturer's specs. We talked about this one bolt here. You do not loosen under any circumstances because they'll throw your alignment off. We don't want to touch that. Went through greasing on everything. Now what we're going to do is take this out on the field, give it its first test run. After the first hour, we'll go through, just do a quick alignment or check out the field and see what it's like. If you have any questions or concerns, comments, post it. Tell me what you think. If you have something to add, go ahead. If you like what you see or you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe. Thanks.